Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This video is going to be about how to properly do DXM. Now, DXM isn't one of my favorite drugs, but I got a recommendation from a YouTube user known as Snow. I will link his channel in the description. So, let's get right into the video. For starters, avoid taking DXM if you are prescribed any MAOIs or monoamine oxidase inhibitors. They are prescribed for depression. Some examples are Marplan, Nardil, and Parnate. Also, if you are prescribed SSRIs or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, also prescribed for depression, some examples are Zoloft, Prozac, and Celexa. If you aren't taking any of these, then let's get right on. Okay, so let's start with the brands of DXM you should take. Only do things with pure DXM like CVS Tussin Max. I will leave a link in the description, a full list of pure DXM OTC products, or you can do the pure powder. I'll also leave a link in the description for that. The pure powder, I found it on a website. It sells 5 grams for $60, which I'm not sure how good of a deal that is. It's not too bad since you're getting laboratory tested pure DXM. At all costs, avoid triple C's or quercetin cough and cold. Triple C's contain an ingredient that no other DXM products contain called chlorpheniramine. It is a first generation antihistamine similar to Benadryl, and it is much easier to overdose on. Also, avoid Nyquil AM and PM products because they both contain acetaminophen or Tylenol, which is extremely dangerous in high amounts and will be a slow, painful death if it kills you. Also, Nyquil PM contains doxylamine, which is another antihistamine. The AM kind contains phenylephrine, a decongestant that will raise your blood pressure like no fucking other in high doses, but if you are going to do Nyquil, do the PM version because it contains 30 milligrams of DXM compared to the AM version, which only contains 15. So, there are two main types of DXM, DXM HBr, or DXM hydrobromide, and DXM polystyrix. DXM HBr metabolizes faster and will be out of your system faster. DXM HBr has a duration of 6 to 8 hours, give or take a few hours. On the other hand, DXM polystyrix metabolizes slower and has a duration anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. I'm not sure about the differences in potency, but I have heard that the trips are subjectively different. But if you are going to start off, I would personally definitely start with HBr due to its shorter half-life, just in case you don't like it. So this is just going to be a quick point on how some people have something weird with their body where they metabolize DXM at a much faster rate, which makes the drug much more potent. So I would personally start by taking anywhere from 50 to 75 milligrams just to see how it affects you. Okay, let's move on to Plateaus. So I'm just going to quote the TripSit wiki. I will leave a link in the description to where you can find this website, but the first plateau dose is anywhere from 122 milligrams to 200 milligrams. These effects will feel anywhere from a few beers to being really stoned with a body high. Second plateau dose is anywhere from 200 to 600 milligrams. These effects will feel anywhere from feeling really stoned at the lower dose and at a higher dose feeling like a small dose of ketamine or PCP. Third plateau dose is anywhere from 600 milligrams to 1.2 grams. These effects will feel anywhere from a lower dose of ketamine to a much stronger dose of ketamine. Fourth plateau dose is anywhere from 1.2 grams to 1.6 grams. These effects will cause strong out-of-body experiences. You will possibly feel like you are not on Earth anymore. You will have insane hallucinations, and ego death is a possibility at doses this high. Okay, so positive effects. Euphoria and mood lift, giggling and laughing, empathy and forgiveness, similar to MDMA. You are more social and music is much more enjoyable. And the positive effects at larger doses, if you want them like this, are hallucinations, out-of-body experiences, and a dreamlike state. Okay, so the most common side effects are nausea, dizziness, body itching, walking weirdly like a robot, also known as the robo-walk, pupil dilation, difficulty achieving orgasm, confusion, discoordination, involuntary flexing of the muscles, feeling disconnected, and serotonin syndrome, also known as a serotonin storm, especially common in people who are taking SSRIs, so I wouldn't not do that. Serotonin storm is very dangerous and can be lethal if it hits you hard enough. And like I said earlier, ego death. Ego death is defined as a complete loss of subjective self-identity, where you basically lose any feeling of yourself, your personality, your identity, and your sense of self. Okay, combinations. I would avoid taking DXM with any other drugs except caffeine. Some people say this combo feels similar to MDMA. I've never done it though, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Avoid taking it with benzos, PCP, ketamine, and psychedelic research chemicals just because the risk of an overdose or a bad interaction is very possible. Only take it with amphetamines or opioids if you are potentiating them in low doses, such as a 30 milligram dose. You can also use a 30 or 50 milligram dose to lower amphetamine and opioid tolerance. Okay, so my subjective experiences. Most of the time I only use DXM to lower or potentiate opioids and amphetamines, but I have done recreational doses a few times. My only good experience was when I took 200 milligram Robitussin Max, which is pure DXM. I took 200 milligrams and it felt, pretty good. It was pretty awesome. I felt pretty euphoric. I was listening to music. It was awesome. But the other few times I've done it, it was just terrible experiences. When I took Nyquil AM, my anxiety was through the roof. I was having panic attacks, most likely due to the phenylephrine. And with Nyquil PM, I was just drowsy, incoherent, disoriented. That's why I would strongly advise just doing pure DXM. Don't avoid any product that isn't pure DXM. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, but yeah, I mean, DXM really hasn't been one of my favorite, most enjoyable drugs. I have heard that, it's you either love it or you hate it. I'm probably more on the hate side unless I'm using it to potentiate something, but other than that, not a big fan of it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you later. Goodbye.